All right, round one, got the choice. We'll play first. And yeah, looks like a keep to me. Painseer's pretty excellent in this deck, so I'm glad I took that. Dark Confidant also additionally would have been very nice in this deck, but yeah, no issues with this hand whatsoever. All right. Let us curve out. I think our opponent knows what he's up against. Typically when you see the Scar Hide. Not showing the white source yet. Drop the Painseer and pass. Searing Blood, maybe. Searing Blaze would be good too for him. Not for us. Kiln Fiend. All right. Unfortunately, I don't have a ton of blockers. That's pretty good. Ooh. Grafted War Gear is pretty insane here. That's going to let us smash for a lot of damage. Here's the thing. I'm going to put Grafted War Gear on... Well, I was going to say my Scarhide, but I'm actually going to put it on my Painseer. The reason being, he has to have a 4 damage burn spell to kill the Painseer. Whereas he would only have to have, you know, one of many to burn Scarhide. The problem with Kiln Fiend is it's going to smash in for a pretty good amount of damage, and I can't really do anything about that, but I'm still going to, I think we're just going to try and race, which is fine. So let's get the War Gear down, because then next turn I guess we can Skin Render it, so might have to take a huge hit, but we're getting in for just oodles of damage here. Bloodghast is very close to having haste. So next turn after we Skin Render, I think Bloodghast is going to be good. Flame Slash. Bolt us. Yeah, so he's just going for the race. All right. Took a pretty huge smash there. And I guess we're taking damage from Painseer too, which is a problem. Oh, that was harsh. All right. I think we're losing this game, unfortunately, but that's all right. Probably should have done that post-combat. So I suspect we're dead next turn, but that's all right. We'll figure some things out. I can drop some cards pretty easily here. Like Lifebane's pretty bad. I think Winter Orb's going to be bad in this match. So we really just need to focus on cards like Consuming Vapors, Whip of Erebus. All right, we could play the... Unfortunately, I just don't have him in Bloodghast Haste range yet. So I think what we're going to play is Lifebane plus... Why don't we just play the Lifebane? I want to see what I have to deal with. Guess I could just smash first. A lot of guys that can't block in my deck. So I almost want to leave back the Skin Render, but I'm going to Lifebane first. I want to see what I'm dealing with. I think it makes sense. Hellrider, okay. So I'm going to leave back the Skin Render and the Lifebane Zombie. I feel like I'm going to die for my own Painseer, but I think we just got to go for it. So let's drop the Gravecrawler, I guess. We'll do that post-combat. For now, we just smash with the Pain Seer. So if we can survive a turn, we're in pretty good shape. We can bring in Sin Collector, though. That's kind of nice. Yeah, so we just take our 2. Block, of course. Could have like a Fire Blast he got off the top. That'd be pretty brutal. Definitely have to block 2 since Pain Seer's untapping. And we have lethal. So as long as we don't take 4 here, which could totally happen. We haven't seen any of our... Oh, I guess we saw 1. But there's a good chance we die here. Not a great chance, but a decent one. Alright. Did not. Very good. The Blood Gas. Alright. Not even interested in seeing more spells. So let's easily drop some cards here. Winter Orb can go. I think even Ravages can go. Sin Collector comes in. Whip of Erebus comes in. Almost want to do Consuming Vapors, but it might not be worth it. We saw tokens out of him. That's probably not worth it. I mean, it's okay. It's a little bit... It's not bad. It's honestly not bad, because he's running, like, Borderland Marauder and stuff, too. But I don't know what I'd run instead of it. Reanimate might not be good enough. I basically want to minimize cards that make me lose life. I think the exception being Pain Seer, because it did do a lot for us there. Master of the Feast is almost a little bit of a liability if they're trying to just draw burn to win. I could see that being a problem. If I cut Reanimate for Consuming Vapors, we're starting to get a little bit clunky, a little bit clunkier than I like. Mesmeric Fiend dies pretty quick, but at least it lets me know what I have to deal with. Soren Markov is cool, but he's kind of expensive. I mean, we've got the life gain. We've got a lot of guys that deal damage to us too, though, which is a problem. I think I'm going to cut Reanimate for Consuming Vapors. We're getting clunky, but I like having all this life gain. I feel like it's really good. Vapors is pretty bad against Dragon Fodder, admittedly. But I still think it's probably where I want to be. Alright, I'm going to try it like this. Alright, this looks like a fantastic hand. Opponent's got the advantage here, being on the play. No one drop, though, is nice. And a Sin Collector with the white source is nice, too. So we get to curve out kind of nicely here. Alright, I'm going to block the Pain Seer on the Borderland Marauder. Well, he's probably not going to let me, but that's what I'm going to be trying to do. Although the Whip of Erebus is a nice thing to build towards. But yeah, we want to minimize damage from our opponent. I feel like we can do that much easier if we can get a nice grasp of this Whip of Erebus. Alright, it's pretty brutal, but Can't do anything about that. And we're going to be able to at least, I mean, we're taking a ton of damage here, but like I said, we get the Sin Collector, which is nice, into the Whip of Erebus, which is also nice. Could also do Diregraph Ghoul Bloodghast, because that actually sets us up for a Whip of Erebus play. That's pretty brutal. But to be honest, I kind of want to Sin Collect here. If he's got a Hellrider next turn or something, but I feel like if I drop Bloodghast and Diregraph Ghoul, the Whip is going to be just a big game changer. I do kind of want to Sin Collect, though. This is tough. Because the problem with, if I drop Diregraph Ghoul Bloodghast, I have a better setup for Whip. But if I drop Sin Collector, I get to see what I'm dealing with. And almost assuredly grab a spell. And have a blocker for Borderland Marauder. I'm gonna do the Sin Collector first. I like having the blocker and seeing what, and just like really grab a spell here. Wow. Fire Blast, Hero of Oxid Ridge, Whirling Outburst is pretty nasty with Hero of Oxid Ridge. So is Tempt with Vengeance. That's pretty brutal. Fire Blast means I can't ever get to 4 health. That's pretty insane. This only gets him 2 dudes currently. I guess I take the Whirling Outburst because it sets up too nicely for Hero of Oxid Ridge. And it's just like the clear play he's got next turn, I think. Just blocks our guys well, too. He can Tempt with Vengeance for 2 here, though, which is pretty good for him. I think we just trade. Because he can Tempt with Vengeance, and then I can't really swing all that well anyway. So I don't think... The cool thing is if he Tempts with Vengeance, I almost want to take the tokens because of the Whip. That almost makes more sense to me. So this is interesting. Could do... I guess I do Lifebane plus Diregraph Ghoul. Set up for a hasty Bloodghast at some point. And then next turn I can Whip. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's get in. Guess I could have Lifebane first, but it's alright. See what we're dealing with now. Hero, Fire Blast, Tempt with Vengeance. Alright. So if he Tempts with Vengeance, even though he gets twice the tokens, I'm pretty sure that I want to take the tokens. Although, yeah, I guess it's questionable. Let me think about this. He would get 4 tokens, which sets him up better for a Hero of Oxid Ridge. But if I get the tokens, they get to attack in, and I get lifelink. He can trade. He can't block this. Do I want him to have 4 tokens, and I get 2 extra tokens with lifelink? I feel like that multiplier works out better for him with Hero of Oxid Ridge. Is that not right? Honestly, not sure. I'm just going to leave him with 2 tokens. I'm not sure if that's right. I was having a real hard time wrapping my brain around that. Not blocking. So he gets mana for Hero of Oxid Ridge. He attacks me for 4, 7, 9, 11. But I'm cracking in for 7 here, gaining that much. So, yeah. I still think that we just whip here. Gain all the lives. He wants to trade with the Scarhide. Yeah. So I could have saved that land, but I don't think so. Because now if we get a land, we can Bloodghast plus. Yeah, I don't think he can race us with Hero. Not when we're at 19. Oh, wow. So he's got Hero next turn. I think we've got Lethal, though, right? Or maybe we don't. So he's got a Hero of Oxid Ridge in hand. So now I can whip plus Bloodghast. So he plays Hero next turn, smashes. We take 4 right away. Almost want a Sin Collector, but do I know exactly what's in his hand? Now I can't quite remember. So this has haste. I play this. I bring back a Sin Collector. I can get in for 9. Gaining 9. 6. That brings me up to 23. He plays Hero of Oxid Ridge. He gets in for 5, 10, 15, 18. Not lethal. Let me do the math one more time on that. Hero of Oxid Ridge swings. These get Battle Cry. So the Hero of Oxid Ridge is only boosted once from the Hellrider. That brings him to 5. The Stromkirk Noble is boosted from both. That brings this up to 5. So that's 10. Hellrider's boosted from himself and Hero, so he gets double boost. That's 15. And then this gets double boosted. 18. Plus Fire Blast in his hand. That's right. Fire Blast. Key. Okay, I've got it. So this is how we do it. We play the planes. We play the Sin Collector. He Fire Blasts us in response. Then he can't play the Hero. So let's do that now. He can also Fire Blast our Lifebane zombie. I think he does, yeah. Okay. That was a key piece to keep in mind. So Now at least he can't drop the hero, but he's still bashing in pretty good. So I think what we have to do now is... It's a little more challenging. I think I play the Bloodghast. If I bash with all three, he likely either probably blocks Diagraph Ghoul, takes 4, goes to 5. We gain 6. We go to 21. He gets to bash in pretty good still. So I'm not sure I like that too much, but could also keep the Diagraph Ghoul back to block the Elemental. If I get in for 4, he goes to 5. Lifebane gets in for another 3. I feel like we just smash in. He probably blocks Diagraph Ghoul. I think I just smash in. I could leave the Diagraph Ghoul back, but we're gaining life. That's nice. All right. I think we're in pretty good shape now. So now I think we just Bone Shredder. Probably bash with Bloodghast first. And this is actually just great, because now we can block with Bone Shredder and then bring it back and kill the Stromkirk Noble. And just really control this game. We actually just gain a life from this. It's kind of nice. I almost feel like he was better off not attacking. Let's just play the Necrotol, because then we can block too. So now he's a land away from Hero of Oxid Ridge, but we get to start swinging again. Whip of Erebus, I mean, single-handedly just won us this game, I think. I mean, it's not necessarily over yet, but it's so close that I'm fairly confident it's over. So now we just get back Lifebane. Actually, well, yeah. Lightning Strike and Hero of Oxid Ridge. Not enough. Very good. The Nantuko Shade's pretty nasty now, too. Yeah, I mean, that was single-handedly Whip of Erebus game. That was awesome. So I'm very happy to beat this burn deck since I love playing the burn decks too. And he had a really great one. A lot of token generation with Hellrider and Hero of Oxid Ridge, Lightning Strikes, Fire Blasts, Searing Blood. He had some great burn spells, so very happy to get the victory out of that. We'll see you in round 2.